Hello everyone, this is Professor Reha, and welcome back to AI the Somnium Files. I think I'm mentally ready. Let's talk about where we're gonna take Iris. Okay, I wasn't as prepared as I thought. These weren't quite the options that I was expecting. Let me see. I will take her. I know for a fact Renju's in danger from the other parallel universe. So, then she's not really expecting the Yakuza office building. It feels kind of like I'm lying pretty actively to her, and I already lied to her a couple of times. So we'll take her to a really nice place and go to the Yakuza place afterwards.
A really nice place.
Huh? A nice place? I wonder where. I'm excited!
If he takes her to the Yakuza office building still, I'm... Oh my goodness, Date, you disappoint me immeasurably yet again. My goodness, ma'am. If I'd known it was just automatically going to be this, then I would have just flat out told you.
Where are we?
An office, as you can see. One belonging to the Kumakura gang.
I see. A gang. I see. This isn't nice at all. This is more like mice. Like rats.
Oh,
Oof.
Tessa, come on now. I'm no rat.
I
I'm
want
a
to see how
friend.
this goes down. I am really curious. If I'd known that all roads led to MoMA, I don't actually have anything against him. He's not as bad a guy as I think he tries to be. Gonna be really honest. Especially since I looked at his profile under the files. But I'm gonna be really honest. If I'd known all roads led to MoMA, I would have just been honest with her.
Real suspicious for a friend.
Yeah, he
Don't
is.
look at me like that, Tessa.
He is very suspicious.
That's no good.
That laugh was creepy as hell. That does not help MoMA.
Moma, I held up my end of the deal.
You sure did. You want to hear about Renju?
Mr. Okiura?
She gets, well, obviously we'll be dragging her into this. I want to make sure this is cool about this. I'm going to sincerely apologize. I
Sorry
fucking
for
lied to
bringing
you.
you here.
It's okay.
You don't have to be scared, Tessa.
Yeah, I don't
We're
think
not
this...
thugs. We're just a gang.
I mean, I'm sure there's a difference, but I'm not criminal enough to know.
About as contradictory as meatless beef.
Hey, there is a difference.
The old boss was really violent.
They'd
Facts.
take a cheese grater to someone's leg if they looked at him funny.
But after I took over, we
I
went
wouldn't
crystal
say
clean.
crystal clean unless you're talking about the kind of
Crystal.
crystals that...
Amphetamines.
yeah.
No, we don't do drugs. We don't
Really?
deal with that stuff.
Really?
We had to restructure the whole operation. Cut a lot of
His
people
lips did
off.
not move for that, so I'm not buying it.
Their throats.
No, not like that.
I like how Date just fills this in. Yes, but let's talk about Renju, please.
What happened to Mr. Okiura? I heard he escaped the hospital.
Yeah, he
So
escaped
did
the
I.
hospital and...
But I don't know anything more than that.
Please tell me.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, let's lay out these facts. Yes. Which I don't think was Renju. The fake Iris body, yes. And yes, escaping with 89.
Hold up. What were you saying about Tessa's dead body?
Oh, well.
Well, I believe I saw a dead body
Dante
that
saw
wasn't
a
really...
parallel world with my dead body in it.
That
A parallel
isn't...
world?
She's not wrong. But she's not right in the way she thinks
Never
she
heard
is.
of it?
Oh, yeah. Of course I have.
This man is...
Yeah, right. Parallel worlds and all that shit. Yeah.
This man is...
I don't understand it, but I suppose
He doesn't
does.
understand
Good.
anything.
'Cause I don't feel like explaining it.
But why would Mr. Okiura do that?
Connections. He somehow knows the guy.
I don't know. He could be a hostage or an accomplice.
Yeah, he's definitely an accomplice. A hostage doesn't pick up the criminal.
Either way, I need to
Honestly. I don't care, like, who you are. Let's do an official
find...
introduction.
Oh yeah, I haven't introduced this old man yet.
I'm 24.
Really? He looks a hell of a lot older. Can we check this? Not the log. I'm stupid. I need to double check this. Yo, are you really 24? I am not buying this. Where are you, Momo? There you are. No, he sure is. I did not think he was 24. Lying old man. Come on, guy.
Moma is lying. He is at
Thank
least
you, Ivo.
20.
See, I didn't even have to check the file, but I did anyways.
Sorry for not introducing myself. My name is Moma Kumakura. I work for a prestigious
An advertising
agency.
Yeah, okay, we'll go with
You
that.
run the Kumakura gang, right? You're like a mob
He
boss.
is like a mob boss.
How did you know that?
Is
I
he
told her.
stupid?
He might be. Oh, we can do more introductions. We got
Moma
it.
may not look it, but he's a huge ASET fan.
Almost a
Well, I mean,
addict.
I don't know if I'm a huge
Are you kidding?
fan.
Gambling.
Bet, debt, ASET.
I cannot believe she's way too happy about this. She's
Worries.
way too happy about
Forget,
this.
fret, ASET.
Now what does she say?
ASET, you bet.
Wow, my catchphrase. Thank you.
You're way too happy about this.
This
This is a 48-year-old career criminal.
But sorry, Moma. I don't like gangsters.
Okay, she's got at least some redeeming qualities. I think he almost had a heart attack.
I don't like gangsters either.
Oh my goodness.
Gangsters are awful.
I just want this man to be lightly strangled in a non-fatal way. Is that still aggressive? I'm not sure.
All those nasty Yakuza guys should drop dead, am I right?
Okay, he just, yep, open mouth, insert foot. Good job. Alright, well, that was horrifically awkward, and now I have cringe all the way to next year. I don't know why I would mention the ring. Where are your goons? I am curious about that.
They're out.
Ah.
Looking for Renju. Besides, I can't have them here seeing me like this.
Like, a dope.
Good point.
I want to talk about your ring because it's really
Why
random.
do you care?
I don't know.
Can I have it?
What?
Really?
Can I have the ring?
Why would I give it to you?
Hey, can I have the ring?
And instant.
Absolutely, of course you can. Here, take it. Wait, no. I can't give you this.
You know, props to him. I thought he was actually going to go through
You're
with it.
so cheap.
Come on, it's not like you're losing it.
Damn, she hit him with the cheap.
It's exactly like I'm losing it.
He's right, he is losing it.
Aw.
You guys are a good team. Like siblings.
Nice.
You said on the phone that you saw
Good
Renju.
save, Momo, good save. Props to you. Nice job.
Yeah, I had all my people looking for him.
Thanks, Momo, you're a bro.
So,
I
tell me
think.
where he is.
I could.
Hey, I fulfilled my
I held
end
up
of the
my
bargain.
end. I brought Iris like you asked.
Date, come
She's
here.
way too happy about this whole situation. Most people would be a bit more upset.
Date,
You are short.
I don't quite know
Damn.
how to ask this, but can you ask Tessa if I can shake her hand?
Really?
Please?
Oh, that's it? Sure.
Really? I wouldn't classify that as a huddle.
Iris,
A huddle takes 3.
could you do me a favor?
A favor?
He wants to see your boobs.
Damn it, Date.
What the fuck, dude? I didn't say that.
Oh, sorry. What I meant was he wants to shake your hand.
Damn it,
Oh,
Date.
a handshake.
Yeah, she's
Sure.
still.
Never show my boobs.
Thank you, Iris. Amen to you.
Dante, this is the happiest day of my life.
Please
It
move your
feels
lips.
good to be the boss.
I don't care what else you do. Please move your lips.
So how about it?
Don't be a ventriloquist.
All right, here it goes.
I didn't.
Renju was seen in 2 places.
He's a damn ventriloquist. Do you do puppet shows at night?
First, Sunfish
obviously.
Pocket, the maid cafe. Second, Ikume Shrine.
This is
Sunfish Pocket
thorough.
in Akume Shrine.
This is pretty thorough
Got
for a
it,
ventriloquist.
No problem, bro. Really.
That's just awesome. Do you
Anyway,
puppeteer often?
Moma, take care of Iris for me.
What?
What?
What? Wait! You're leaving me here?
You'll be safe
This
with
man
him.
is deranged. No, he's a he doesn't move his lips when he talks.
Are
he
you
plays
serious?
with puppets.
Look at his face! Not to mention he runs a crime syndicate. What if he sells me to the highest bidder?
Tessa, I would never do that.
If your lips aren't moving when you're saying that, it's untrue.
I told you.
He's also
we're
blinking
clean
through his.
now. We all go home on time. We follow government regulations.
See ya.
Wait! What about Shovel Forge?
I told you I never promised to play with you.
But you promised me a date.
Oh,
Date, is this true? You son of a bitch.
he got way too aggressive about this. Oh, wait, are we showing rods? Yeah, we are.
I'm gonna ignore that.
Good idea.
Date, you're gonna look for Mr. Okiura, right? Take me with you.
And he's got a, like, nice old rifle there.
If you do, I'll tell you about last night.
Oh, here we go.
Her late
Counter
night
blackmail. Excellent, I love it. 2 birds with 1 stone. Do it, Date. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Fine.
Yay!
Date, don't ignore me!
I can't help. I want to
A
ignore
clean
you.
gang.
You're a ventriloquist, and they're disturbing people. No offense to ventriloquists out
Oh,
there,
that's
but
just a toy.
no. You play with puppets and guns. It's
Oh,
not
just
a good
toy.
thing.
Let's leave them alone for a while.
We have 2 places to check. Sunfish Pocket,
Yeah,
Mummy Shrine.
I don't think leaving ours alone with him is good. One of them winds up
I want to
dead.
go to the warehouse too, where you found my dead body.
You know,
Something bothering you?
No, I'm just curious.
fair
Oh,
enough.
and one more thing.
Uh-oh, more demand.
Can we eat somewhere?
Food sounds good. I haven't eaten in a while.
Date just was like, yeah, food sounds good. Okay, that's chill. What?
Oh, my chest hurts.
He had a heart attack
Getting
from
hard to
from
breathe.
practicing his ventriloquism in a live audience. Are you okay? You're not okay. Okay. Well, good luck with your heart attack, Mola. Why would you take her to eat there? Of all places. Really, Date? Oh. Damn it. Let's go. Date, though, come on. Guy. This particular episode has just been a stream of disappointments from your decision-making skills. I'm a disappointed father, basically.
Ah, I'm so hungry.
You...
Tessa? Why are you here?
I told Date I was hungry, so
We're
I've always
eating...
wanted to eat here.
I'll have my
Why?
usual, Ota.
It's got
Yes,
weird sauce.
right away.
Can we at least figure out what's in that sauce? Please? It's been bothering me for a very long time. You have no idea. Obviously she's been here. Otis, fanboy number 1.
Iris, about your coming back to life.
Hold it. What do you mean coming back to life?
Haven't you heard? Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior Iris? Is that sacrilegious? I don't know.
Date jumped into a parallel world where I'm still alive.
I'm still not buying that. I'm gonna be really
Tessa
honest.
died?
Yep.
She's way too cheery about this. You know, I'm gonna be really honest. You shouldn't be this happy about being dead somewhere else. Where is your mother?
She's in the living room. I think she's watching TV.
How about you? What are you doing here?
I was just doing some meditation, lying on the ground.
Lies.
He means sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
Date,
okay.
why are you with Tessa?
We're hooking up.
We are
Don't say it, Iris. I was just joking.
Not Shovel Forge.
on a date.
Oh, a date, huh? A date?
I'm on an investigation, and she wouldn't let me go.
She's a blackmailing witch.
Date, I have some delicious fugu eggs. I promise they're not poisoned. Would you like
That's
some?
really reassuring.
No thanks. I'm fine.
Is the calm way he just said no. Where is Renju? I doubt you know.
You're still looking for him?
Yes.
Well, like I told you before, I don't know.
I didn't think you would. I just asked that to annoy you.
Yeah, my dad taught me when I was little.
Why
You're
don't you...
making me something too, right?
Sure, my treat, Date.
That's... I'm concerned. Is Date walking out as alive?
Omelet rice. Ota's omelet rice is so good it gives me stomach cramps.
Iris, I have news for you. That's not good food. That's not good food.
Is that a compliment?
You're embarrassing me.
You should be embarrassed. That's horrific.
Well, Ota appears to have taken it as a compliment.
I'm hoping she was being gentle about the criticism, but she could have been serious for all
Yeah,
I
I
know.
have.
I mean,
Have you
obviously.
met Ota's mother, Mayumi?
Yeah, but I don't think she likes me.
I mean, you're
That's
a
not
blackmailing
true.
witch.
Mom is just jealous of how pretty you are, Tessa.
No, I don't
Not
think
very
so.
reassuring. Whether out of jealousy or otherwise, she still doesn't like Iris.
Yeah, that's all roads lead to hatred, and hatred leads to
Hey,
fear,
can
and
you
fear
tell me
leads to the
about
dark
this
side of the
parallel
force.
world
I know
idea
that's
in more
wrong.
detail?
Cut me some slack. I was working off of hatred first, so cut me some slack there.
Oh, sure. How should I explain this? Well, Oh, I know. Let's
What?
play rock, paper, scissors.
Let's not. Instead, we
Rock,
did.
paper,
Can we just
scissors.
pretend I won?
Yeah. If we tie, nothing happens.
What do you mean?
We just shake hands.
What?
If I win, you have to give me something.
What if I win?
I'll do anything.
Anything?
Anything.
That look and those hand gestures are extremely inappropriate, and I demand you stop.
Date, your heart rate is rapidly
I, but you stay out of
increasing.
this.
Why exactly is that?
No, shut up, I
All right, let's do this.
No, Date, this, no.
Okay, let's go.
Oda has the appropriate response here.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Oh, shit. I actually have to pick. Damn it. I don't have anything to work with starting off. She seems like she'd be it's tough. She could do either scissors or rock. She doesn't have the personality for paper. So, either I win or lose here. I'm gonna go rock. I find it the safest bet.
Shoot.
Okay, fair enough.
Tie.
The most boring result.
Hey, you
Well,
shake
we
hands.
agreed on the rules. Let's shake hands. Shaky, shaky.
Why are you upset about handshakes? Those are perfectly fine. That's a perfectly
We
fine
just
result.
played rock, paper, scissors, right? We tied and
Yep.
shook hands. But
Yep.
in a different timeline, maybe I got a reward from you. Or maybe you could have seen me naked or something.
Why do you bring that up?
Why did I choose rock?
What exactly were you going to make her do?
Don't question
So
it,
those
Aiba.
timelines are what I'd call a parallel world.
Iris, can we get back to the point that you volunteered nudity for some bizarre reason I don't understand? What is wrong with you?
So you think I jumped from a world in which you were dead to this one where you're alive?
That's what I think.
I think you're both nuts.
Parallel world, huh?
I'm just throwing that out there.
Believe it, but
Sure you can. Parallel worlds exist.
Prove it. Look, the burden of proof is on you, not
Do
me.
you know about the Mandela effect?
I do.
Or the Booba Kiki effect?
I've never heard of the Bubakiki effect,
Or the
though.
100 million balls. If I
I've
explain that,
never
would you
seen
believe
or
me?
heard of 100 million balls. Why are you
Sounds
so
really interesting, Tessa. I know some urban legends like that. The spatial temporal man, and the,
The
lost
spatial
friend,
temporal man
and
is
the
too long of a
story
name for an
two
urban legend.
sisters.
Really? Okay, I know what the Mandela effect is. We're gonna skip that, but I don't know the
Dante,
other
look
two.
at this picture.
Okay, look at this picture.
There's a famous experiment regarding this picture. We
I
show
haven't
this
heard of it.
image to people around the world and ask a question. Which
Okay.
one is Booba and which one is Kiki?
My answers doesn't
Believe it
matter.
or not, 98% of people asked have the same answer. The rounder one is Booba, and the jagged one is Kiki. Isn't that weird?
I had no associations in my mind, so I'm defective.
In other words, everyone thinks that Booba is a certain way, and Kiki is the other.
I'm defective. I did not
it
heard
applies
of this.
universally across languages and cultures.
I just did not
it's
associate
like
them with
something
names.
ingrained inside all humans.
I'm a broken human. Okay, fair enough. Now that explains a lot. Let's talk more about the Bubakiki
Like
effect. It
worshipping the
disturbs
sun
me
and
now.
the sea, or thinking that the mother is soft and the father is jagged.
I've never considered fathers jagged.
Regardless of your culture or background, you probably think this
The mother
way.
being soft, I can see that. But I've never thought of fathers as
It's
jagged
what you
even.
called the collective
not even in my
unconscious. There exists a second psychic system of a collective, universal, and impersonal nature, which is identical in all individuals.
No, I don't
That's
think
what
so.
Jung said about it.
I mean, I can
Think of
see
it
to some
like
extent where he's
bamboo.
coming from, but I don't
Bamboo
entirely
stalks
agree.
look like individual plants since they're separated, but underground, they're all connected. Human psyches might be like that too.
Unimind.
Connected at a subconscious level.
No, I
That's-
don't think so.
the parallel world?
Yeah! You saved me in the dream, right? And dreams are all about our subconscious minds. So if you follow the roots,
You get
Now,
to another
see-
bamboo stalk.
This
Yeah,
does
something
put
like
out
that.
the fact that Iris is much smarter than she often lets on, because this is
this
some
world
pretty
is full of
heavy
really
psychological
interesting
shit.
stuff. But you know the most interesting thing of all?
The human mind?
No, what?
That humans exist at all.
The universe
It-
developed in a very particular way
It
to get
depends
here.
on what particular version you
Things were
ascribe
even
to.
slightly different, well, the galaxies and solar system and all of that might not have existed at all.
And that means humans would never be born. And even if everything happened exactly like that,
That's
the
why we're all in
probability of
simulation.
human life developing
I'm
is
kidding,
extremely
mostly.
low. And yet, here we are.
At least you have some deep thoughts, even if you are a blackmailing witch.
Imagine a box full of ping pong balls, labeled 1 to 100 million.
Alright,
Would you be able to pick out the one?
no.
Not likely.
But what if there were 100 million of you?
One of us would get
Well,
it.
then one of us would definitely pick up the one.
Exactly! The birth of humanity is so improbable that it's basically a miracle. But if there were multiple universes...
Then it wouldn't be strange that at least one of them had humans in it.
She is describing the anthropic principle.
Yes.
I may have underestimated her intelligence.
I've heard of the anthropic principle before, but I've never heard it in the context of the 100 million balls. That was a new interpretation of it that I hadn't heard.
Do you know Nelson Mandela?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the former president of South Africa. He helped abolish apartheid.
Thank you, Oda.
He died in 2013. But a strange thing happened. When the news broke, people all over the world thought, didn't Mandela die in prison in 1980?
Yes, this is the
That's the Mandela
idea
effect.
that what we believe is different
It's
from
when
the
your
actual
memory
facts.
and history have discrepancies.
Yeah.
There are lots of
Like the
examples.
Bearstein Bears is a more recent example.
Like the name of this kid's book with the bears having different spellings.
Boom.
Or people remembering that Kennedy was assassinated in a 4-seat car. But in our world, he was in a 6-seat car.
Huh. I thought it was a 4-seater too.
Or that electric mouse from that video game. You probably remember the tip of its tail being black.
That's yeah.
It wasn't?
No,
Nope,
it wasn't.
It's all yellow. And the design didn't change.
Actually, what the original problem was that the base was brown or black.
Lines from movies, company logos, historical events, and little things. The Mandela effect is everywhere. Why do you think that is?
Because those memories are from parallel worlds?
That would explain it.
That is
I
an
guess.
explanation. The other more logical conclusion would primarily be that the way people remember things is just different from the actual facts. Things we kind of, based on our own personal experiences and biases towards a given thing, that we superimpose certain things onto other, whatever we see or particular pieces of information. I have to talk to Oda again? Well, let's talk about the spatial temporal man, because I'm not buying
Yeah,
it.
it's sort of like a common experience. A lot of people have experienced waking up in an uninhabited world they've never seen before.
I think saying a lot of people is a
And
bit of a
most of them
stretch.
describe seeing the same person. The spatial temporal man.
Now, this does remind me
He's
of
supposed to be an ordinary old man wearing
that
work
picture
clothes.
of a man, I can't remember what it's called for the life of
Spatial
me,
temporal man
where
guides
that everyone's
people
seen
back
in their
to-
dreams.
He tells them, this world is not for you.
I remember
or
that.
Something.
I'd
That
like
was
to meet
disproven.
him someday.
Why? He's not even real.
So, there's this girl. Let's call her B.
B for
She's practicing
bitch?
piano in her room, and her little sister is watching TV in the same room.
Okay.
B asks her to turn the TV volume down so she can hear her piano playing, you know?
Yep.
So B goes back to practicing, playing a little bit. But her sister doesn't turn the volume down.
So B murders the
She's
sister.
not listening at all. So B turns around to scold her.
Okay,
She was
more logical.
really gonna let her sister have it.
With murder.
But she's gone. She's nowhere
She
to be
never
seen.
had a sister in the first
She
place.
thinks, huh, I wonder where she went. But then B hears her sister at the door. I'm home. B runs to the front door and sees her sister and her parents standing there.
They've
So
teleported.
B asks,
They figured
when
out
did
teleportation.
You go outside? But her mom says, what are you talking about? She went shopping with me. B is really confused by all of this, of course.
Of course,
She
teleportation is a new
asks her little
concept.
sister about it. And she learns that her favorite TV show was on. And before she went shopping with her mom, she was deciding whether or not she wanted to stay and watch it or not.
So depending on her decision, a parallel world was made.
One in
Yeah.
which one ending in
What
murder,
B
the
saw
one
might have
not.
been from the world where her sister stayed behind.
Your hair is not matching your head. Come on, guy. Fix your hair.
There's this kid, A. He's in
What is
elementary
with the
school.
letter theming?
Well, A had
Can't we
this
call him
close
1 and
friend named
2?
Suzuki. One day after school,
Why
they're
does
walking home
Suzuki
together.
have a name and A doesn't? Dude, your hair. Come on,
A
guy. Don't
turns
show me
around
your
and tells
baldness.
Suzuki a joke,
Don't take off your wig in front of other people without warning them. No, I'm kidding. It's fine.
and Suzuki is laughing his butt off.
This really bothers me. Why does A not have a name and Suzuki does? This is triggering my
And he's
OCD.
laughing and laughing, and he laughs so hard that his eyes fall out of their sockets.
Bullshit. I'm upset now.
What?
You haven't.
Well,
What?
they were hanging down out of his eye sockets.
Still bullshit.
The nerves were still connected, but A is of course in shock and doesn't know what to do. Suzuki just takes his eyeballs and jams them back into his eye sockets and keeps walking like nothing happened.
Still bullshit.
So A asks him about it. Like, hey, are you okay? Your eyes fell out. A is really concerned for his friend, you know?
Why
But
does-
Suzuki just says, yeah, I'm fine.
Why
He
does
doesn't
Suzuki
say
have a
anything
name?
about it.
I
And
just
by
wanna
now,
know this.
A is really curious.
Can't
But
we
he's
just
not
call
getting any answers.
Aaron or something?
So they
Like,
just part ways and go home.
why does he not have a real name?
The story only gets weirder from here.
No,
The
you
next day,
can't-
A goes to school, and Suzuki's not there.
You can't beat the
He's
weirdness of one of these
confused
people having a
and
name
asks
and
his
the other
teacher
one
about
not
it.
having a name.
Hey, where's Suzuki today? And the teacher says, Suzuki? Who's that? There's no Suzuki in this class. A says, what are you talking about? And he goes and asks all of his classmates about Suzuki.
Why does
They
Suzuki
all
have a
say
name?
the same thing. I
Suzuki?
don't know him.
He
There's
doesn't
no
have a
Suzuki
name.
in this class.
Yeah, it's
So
because
that kid
he
must
has...
have jumped into a parallel world without Suzuki.
That's what I think.
And this somehow involves Suzuki having a name and A not having a name.
So, this elementary school kid? Let's
There's
call
more?
him
Really?
C. He goes to school and there's a bunch of things on the floor.
Is this all at the same
Postcards,
school?
Towels, a coffee cup, rice bowls, a sink.
What was it, an explosion of
stuff.
knick-knacks?
But C
Was it
realized that
paddywhack
those
going
were
through there?
all things from his own house.
How did they get to the classroom?
No one knows. It's not like anyone did it on purpose or there was a thief or anything.
See, this is another one I'm calling
Maybe
bullshit on.
something happened that made two parallel worlds fuse.
No. See, things phasing in and out of the same location makes sense for a parallel world perspective, but these are objects going from one location to a completely different location. Even if we're talking parallel worlds, the concept of parallel worlds indicates that objects in one world, at least fixed objects in one world, are going to be either in exactly the same spot or close enough to the exact same spot that items that shift between the two worlds would theoretically be in the same place in both locations are extremely close. So this is complete BS because the stuff from his house wouldn't be at the school because it's not really a parallel world at that point. That's an alternate universe, not a parallel world. We're talking about a completely different concept now. You're wandering away from parallel world into alternate universes.
Yeah, maybe.
See, all of the timelines here in this game, these would all be parallel worlds since the physical objects are all in the same place, but the events that happen with the mobile objects, people, smaller objects like knives, those change, and that's still parallel world because the immovable objects are still in the same location. So I've been incorrect every time I've been saying alternate universe as opposed to a parallel universe
I
or a
know a
parallel
ton of
world.
stories like this.
But that's just semantic.
Like being suddenly transported 1 year into the future. And there's a missing persons report out for you.
But see, this is also talking about alternate universe, because now you're talking time travel here, not even parallel or alternate universe. That's not
You look
alternate
down
anything.
at your phone, but you realize that it's not yours.
That's
It's not
time
the one
travel.
you remember having. You look through the contacts, and it's
Or
filled
amnesia.
with names you don't recognize.
Sounds scary.
There's more, too. Like this town where everyone is Japanese,
Is it located in Japan?
but they're speaking a completely different language. And all the signs and magazines and stuff have different letters.
Okay. That's... I would probably say that is like alternate universe more than parallel world.
And it's not like Korea or China. It's
But that
the
would
Japan
require some
we know,
investigation.
but the language is different.
That's a prime example of a
Actually,
parallel world.
yeah, that could be parallel world because the physical objects are in the same place.
Couldn't Suzuki just be an imaginary friend or something?
No, A was really serious about remembering Suzuki.
The problem is that A doesn't have a name and Suzuki does, so Suzuki obviously is
It
imaginary.
is weird, and there's no
Or
way
A
you
is
can pop
imaginary.
your eyeballs back in like that.
Well, not necessarily. There's such a thing as a dislocated eye. It actually
Yes.
isn't too hard to put your eye back in if it falls out.
Yes, but for both of them to happen to a child that old is, I'm going to just put it this way, medically improbable. Very
Alta is
medically
correct.
improbable.
Dislocated eyes are easy to replace in their sockets. As long as none of the nerves or blood vessels were damaged, there are usually no lasting negative effects either.
Yeah,
That
but
doesn't
I can't see it
prove
being
this Suzuki
common.
exists.
Well, I guess not, but
A doesn't exist. Suzuki was the real person. Plot twist.
When did you two get so knowledgeable?
Oh, I don't know.
Tessa is always writing about this stuff on the internet.
So she's
That's
really
why I
into
decided
this.
to research
She's
it too.
basically a conspiracy
That's how
theorist.
I learned all this stuff. Oh, hey, I know about conspiracies and secret societies too. I find that stuff fascinating.
Yeah.
If you want, we could talk about those.
Maybe next time. Now where's that omelet rice?
Just clobber 'em.
Done.
That was the longest omelet rice on Earth. In a parallel universe, you cook that faster.
Bon appetit.
And then she dies. She's stab wounds just mysteriously appear on her body. Her wrist broke spontaneously.
Tessa, are you okay?
No, she's clearly not.
I'm fine. My hand slipped. Let's eat.
I sense a disturbance in the forest. Is the diner that empty that it
Thanks for the
echoes?
food. That was good. Ota, your
Were you
omelet
contemplating
rice is seriously
eternity?
the best.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Aw, thanks. I owe it to my dad.
Can we go
He
back to
taught me
talking
well.
about the stomach cramps, though? Please? I'm kind of concerned. Is this like food poisoning going on here?
Let's get going.
If it
Iris.
tasted good, but she's still getting stomach cramps, there's
Thanks again.
something wrong
Thank
here.
you.
There's,
Come
like,
back soon.
Something wrong with his head phasing through his hair. Yes, can we please leave Oda the half-haired? It's kind of bizarre. Very upsetting. Because it looks like he's got a buzz cut, and quite frankly, he looks better with the buzz cut, and I just keep thinking of what might have been for Oda.
I saw it.
In a parallel world,
Sure.
you had a buzz cut in this game.
Your corpse, Iris. Right here.
But I'm here now.
That's what we think.
Maybe I'm a ghost.
I'm just gonna punch you in the face.
You don't look like a floating sheet. You have legs.
But maybe they're not legs. Maybe they're my boobs.
That's a really scary thought. That's horrific. Yeah, that's
Didn't you say
disturbing.
that you saved me in your dream?
That's even more disturbing than ghosts.
What did you mean by that?
I told you that I'm with an organization called Abyss, right?
Yeah, you told me 2 days ago.
Yeah, the organization
We
we're not
find
supposed to talk
clues
about?
in the
Yeah, that
minds
one.
of suspects and witnesses. We enter what we call Somnium, a dream world projected by their
In
subconscious.
a totally non-invasive way, not even
That's what the
remotely
entire
touching their privacy.
organization is about.
How do you even do that?
Don't ask.
We have a machine that we call the sink machine.
What is that?
It's a sink
It's where we
machine.
wash the dishes.
That's not an explanation. Tell me how it works.
Well,
He doesn't know.
I can explain, but it will require a bit of background to understand.
Background?
Yeah. This guy named Pewter.
So my corpse was on here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very dead. If it was even really your corpse. I'm gonna save the budget system for last. We've already talked about that too much.
Nanotech? Yeah, technology related to really small things.
Yes.
Like really
Like
tiny
beyond
things.
microscopic, yeah.
And when they make a machine, they're called nanomachines.
Yep.
I heard they use them a lot for medical and tech fields.
Yes.
Some of the cutting-edge nanomachines can even go inside your body and cure illnesses.
That's what they're working on currently,
They
but
can even cure cancer. And they go beep, beep, beep. That's what Mom said.
they probably do go beep beep beep, but not at a volume we can hear.
Well, I don't know if it was like beep, beep or rrr. But anyway, nanotechnology costs tons of money.
Yeah.
Only a few people can even afford it.
Yeah.
My college professor said only the richest of the rich have nanotechnology.
College professor. Ha,
But
she's
he's
20.
pretty liberal, so...
I mean, the fact that she
Largely
adapts for the
accurate.
fact that he's liberal is impressive.
Nano
Kudos
is
to you,
a
Iris.
prefix meaning 10 to the negative 9th power.
But we didn't need to know that, and we don't care.
A nanometer is therefore 0.00000000001
Yes, beyond microscopic.
meters.
Yes.
The sync machine uses machines approximately 2.16 nanometers long. Viruses are on average 20 to 970 nanometers. So sync nanomachines are far smaller than that.
You know, we could have selected a slightly better measurement than a nano, you know. I'm talking about, like, humanity in general. Why the nano? Isn't there something like 1 decimal point bigger that we could have used? Because we could have put that to let's say for, I could say it was a bano, for instance, and it's 1 decimal point up, and we could have done 2 to 97 banometers, for example. Why did it have to be nanometers? You're adding on an extra 0 where we don't need one.
This allows them
I'm
to
aware of the
access
fact
neural
it's for
circuitry.
precision's sake, but I don't really see. Well, then again, I'm not in the field, so
During
maybe.
sync, the nanomachines are used
But still,
to write in the syncer's
We
data.
should have a second, slightly larger version that we can use for such things as viruses and sync machines. What do you know about the triple B?
I've heard of it. The blood-brain barrier, right? Inside the skull, there's an army of little teeny tiny soldiers that surround the brain. They protect the brain from bad stuff in the blood, right?
That's almost it, yeah.
I don't know why you call them
The
soldiers, but sure.
blood-brain barrier describes the architecture of the microvessels of the brain. It is
Please
a
do
kind
not
of
microwave.
shield that protects the brain. To get through, an object must be no larger than 0.4 nanometers. Objects too
There we
large
go.
to slip through the
That's
barrier
where we
cannot
need the
physically
precision for.
access the
Okay,
brain.
thank you. Wadgets.
I guess not.
No, I know what it is. It's the core programming behind AI, right?
That's right. What's wrong?
She's an AI.
What?
You're shivering.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Dun
To
dun
borrow Peter's
dun.
explanation.
She's not a real human.
With the advent of the Wadjet system,
She's
we can extract
AI.
the data of the human psyche.
That's why
This
she
data
wears
is
those
sent to the brain,
headphones.
which
She doesn't
achieves
have
the sync.
ears. Take off your headphones.
Okay, you have the basics down.
What if that was the real Iris and you're a replacement AI Iris?
Let me explain how syncing works.
Hey, I've cracked it. I
Sinkers
think.
like me equip the sync gear and use it to access the
It's
subject's
basically
brain.
VR, but in somebody else's
Inside
brain.
the helmet are nano cables, and on the tip of each of these cables is a special nano machine. But the machine can't reach the brain through blood alone. Do you know why?
The BBB soldiers say, "Go away," and push them back?
Well, yeah, kind of. But for the sync to work, we have to get the nanomachines into the brain itself.
Why soldiers?
How do we do that?
Drill a hole in the skull?
No.
In Shovel Forge, you can use a pickaxe and...
No, it has nothing to do with tools. We don't have to open a hole.
And Shovel Forge is a real game here? Wait.
Skulls already
Hold on,
have
this is
holes in
news to
them.
me and opens up entirely new conversations that
One of
we
those
really
holes is
should
the
address
optic
at some
canal,
point.
which is a nerve canal located behind the eyes.
No, can we
The
go
nano
back to Shovel
cables of the
Forge?
sync gear go through your eyes, then go to the back
Because
of your eye
using
socket,
Shovel Forge now
then
interchangeably
through
with
the
date
optic
is now
canal to the
quite
sea.
problematic, as I've stated before, because now I can say, oh, you want to Minecraft together? And then nobody knows if I'm talking about a date or if I'm talking about actually Minecrafting. It's like,
The sea?
what is
The
this?
sea of brain cells, anyway.
That sounds kind of romantic.
It's
What
only a
is
chunk
wrong
of
with
protein.
you? Well, you're an AI,
Once the
so-
nano cables arrive at their destination, they can begin the sync process. They slide into the brain like roots of a tree.
And they also slide into your DMs.
On the
Hey,
tip of each cable,
but on the brain,
nanomachine sends and receives
they
data.
slide in your DMs from the brain. They just superimpose the DM over your optic nerves.
This is controlled
Boom.
by the Wadjet system, and that's how the syncer and the subject exchange
That's-
information.
Deep DM slides.
Exchange?
Think of it this way. The human brain has a max capacity of one psyche, one consciousness.
I could. I'm so excited I choked on my saliva. Date, I challenge that, and I raise you one multiple personality disorder. I know that's not what it's called anymore, but I cannot remember what it's called currently. So I apologize if that's offensive, but I cannot remember what the modern term for that is.
Multiple instances of consciousness inside one brain can cause a total collapse of higher brain functions.
You know how a car only has one steering wheel? If there were two, there would be accidents all over the place.
Have you been in a practice car, Date?
Well, don't some planes have 2 control sticks?
Okay, maybe it wasn't the best metaphor. What I'm trying to say is that the human body can only hold one person.
Multiple personalities? Still throwing that out there.
If you try to have two people inside one brain, it will break.
I'm not contesting that
I
one.
see.
You're an AI.
Because of
You
this,
can't see
the syncer's
anything.
data goes inside
It's
the
all
subject's
data.
brain.
Well, technically, doesn't that count as seeing
And
now?
the only thing inside
Anyways.
the subject's mind at the time of the sync are their memories. Like a house with no one inside. We syncers break into the house, look for clues, and leave.
That's not exactly the metaphor I would have used, Date, because we already have privacy issues, invasion of privacy issues, and then you're talking about breaking and
All
entering.
within 6 minutes.
There's a time limit?
Yes. Or else, the house will collapse on our heads.
The neural circuits would become too deeply entwined.
That would be a
with one
really
another.
interesting game to play. You've
To
got
put it
6 minutes to
simply,
rob a
the
house
syncer
before
would
the
be
house
trapped
explodes.
inside the subject's house.
That'd be interesting. You could do a multiplayer where you're all trying to get as much loot as possible in the house before the 6-minute timer and the house explodes. That'd be cool. That could
Thank
be
you
interesting.
for explaining it. I don't completely understand how sync works, but still.
Just don't tell anyone. This is extremely confidential.
She's an
It's
AI.
okay, I
She can
won't.
lock it away deep in her
Tell
programming.
me this. Who did you sync with yesterday?
Didn't I show you his picture? Congressman So Sejima.
So that's why you know so much about him.
Yeah, he was
You've never
killing
met
you
him,
in his
right?
dream,
I
theoretically.
haven't, I swear.
Yeah, but are you the
Hey,
kind of
Date,
AI that can lie?
You saw my corpse here, right?
I did. I'm sure of it.
And in So's dream, you saved me from getting killed.
Yeah.
And then somehow, I resurrected.
Yeah.
No, you've been replaced by AI. I know it. This is my
Date,
new. Oh wait,
that
that's not
means
actually
you
headphones.
were- Achoo!
Date, is the cold too much for
I mean,
Iris?
she's not wearing pants,
Yeah,
so I would
I'm
estimate,
freezing,
yeah.
too. Iris, let's get out of here for now.
Roger that.
Put some pants on before you go into a cold storage warehouse. Damn it. Let's go to the Akume Shrine. I expect nothing here, except for probably more philosophical conversations with Iris out of absolutely left field. It's always a good time. Why is it nighttime? That's right. We took forever at Moma's. And the AI
You okay?
is breaking.
It's okay.
I need a recharge.
Missed a step there.
Now, it comes to a serious question that I'm asking myself. They're presenting the theory of parallel worlds, and I understand that's what they're going for with the whole overall theme of the game, but then my personal theory is that she's actually an AI, so now it's a question of which one's right. Obviously the game is correct, but am I correct for this particular timeline, so to speak? What are your thoughts on this
It's
random
nostalgic.
shrine? Why?
This place is a memorable one for me.
Why
6
does
years
everyone
ago, I
have
used to come here
memories
with
of this
someone.
particular shrine?
Someone?
Mizuki, you...
I used to call him Uncle. He was a thoughtful, reliable man. I thought of him as a father, but one day, he just disappeared.
He was framed for a
She's
crime he didn't
talking
commit.
about-
Hitomi's lover.
About this uncle.
When you asked me why I became an idol, I wasn't being entirely truthful. I told you that it was because I wanted to become famous. But more specifically, it was for Uncle. I've been looking for him for 6 years.
Oh, you've been
But I
actively
didn't find
looking
him
for
anywhere.
him. Interesting. Yeah, that's
I
because he
didn't
was
know where
framed
else
for a
to
crime he
look.
didn't commit.
So instead of me finding him, I
You
thought
wanted-
that he could find me instead.
I
That's
think if you became famous, he'd contact you.
Yeah.
that's an interesting
so
idea.
That is why she became an idol.
I mean, it's also been my dream since I was little. That's a part of it, too.
So why do you use the name ASAT? Shouldn't you use your real name?
Oh no, I don't have to. He was the one who came up with the name Aset.
Interesting.
He told me that if I ever became an idol, I should use that name.
Interesting. What are you looking at?
A flower over there.
Flower.
Why?
You can't see it from here, can you? I know it's
No,
there
I'm not an
because I've
AI.
been to this shrine before.
Look at the flower. Damn it. Oh wait, I keep forgetting I can do this. I don't know why. Is it this flower? No, we don't. Flower. We have to zoom in for this? I mean, you could see that from there before.
An iris. More specifically, a winter iris.
Yeah.
This is the same flower that was on display at Iris's house.
She stole her flowers from this shrine. Okay, cool.
Yeah. How did you know?
I have an AI eyeball, like you're an AI. Counter that.
It's the same kind that's at my house. I told you about what it means, right?
Good
Yeah.
news and hope.
Iris is also a part of the eye, and
Yep.
the Greek goddess of rainbows.
Yes, actually.
She delivered messages from the gods. That's why the
Well-
flower means good news and hope.
Yes. There's also Mercury, but we don't talk about him.
Mr. Okura isn't here.
Wait, no, I'm thinking Greek mythology. Pardon me. Nope. I'm getting my mythologies mixed up. I apologize.
I mean, of course he isn't. It's not like we came here right away.
He's already taken off.
Too bad.
It looks like there are no further clues here. It appears we've wasted our time.
I don't know. I
It's
think
called
we're establishing
Ikume Iribiko
she's an
Isachi
AI.
no Mikoto, or sometimes Ikume Tenno, or Ikume no Mikoto.
Why does it have 3 names?
There are legends about this place written in the old
Serious
text.
question. I'm not sure. It might be a Japanese cultural thing. I'm not
It's a
sure.
shrine dedicated to the gods. The old legend goes like this. One day, Ikume Iribiko sent one of his followers, Taji Momori, on an urgent quest.
Okay.
To find a mysterious, magical fruit.
At least they all have names.
A fruit called Tokijiku no Kaku.
Okay.
It's said that eating it will grant you immortality.
See,
After
immortality is
many
more of a
hardships,
curse than a
Taji
blessing.
Momori was able to find the fruit. But by the
Nice.
time he got back, Ikume Iribiko had died.
That's
Taji
not
Momori
necessarily a
mourned.
bad thing if he was, depending on how much of a corrupt, power-hungry lunatic he was.
He handed half of the fruit to the man's wife,
A mistake.
and he left the other half on Ikume Iribiko's grave, then died on the spot.
Did he commit
It is
seppuku?
said that that fruit
Or did he just die?
is still inside the shrine behind us.
Really?
And-
Fruit of immortality.
No one touched it?
Yes.
What?
Not interested?
No, not really.
It's a curse.
I'd rather have normality than immortality.
Date,
Like,
we
you
no
have to
time
live
waste.
with all the people you get to know dying around you, unless they're immortal too, which of course is unlikely,
We
but,
should get moving.
Got it.
you know. It's just not a happy time. I mean, the first, 20, 30 years, sure, blast, because you're not aging, but then your friends start aging and dying, and then eventually you become so embittered that you're gonna reject people and become a immortal hermit. I'm a hermit anyway, so it wouldn't bother me that much, but anyways.
Wow, this is surprising.
Why the hell do you have a platinum trident?
What's going on here? Why are you two together?
Why do you have a platinum trident?
Oh, well, it's... Forget it. Thanks for letting me stay last night.
Oh, no trouble at all. Anytime. You
Why
can even live with me if
is
you want.
your trident platinum?
That's
How
a great
much did you
idea.
spend for that?
The roommate I have right now really sucks.
Everyone looks at me.
This girl.
Why are you always the mermaid here? Can we talk about this? No, I don't care about the chair. Can we talk about your trident? No, that's not the important question. You're not, Date, you're not asking the right questions. Do you know this mermaid?
She's my friend from back when I worked here. We would hang out outside of work too. We'd go to haunted places and UFO sightings and stuff.
Yeah, see, Iris is a conspiracy theorist. That's her main hobby here.
Blow those boys away! Blow
What?
those boys away!
What?
Yeah, blow those boys.
No, Mizuki. No.
Mizuki.
No. Mizuki, please.
You really shouldn't say that.
Yeah, let's control ourselves, Mizuki. You're 12, I think. Yeah, let's not go there, please.
Mr.
Thank you.
Okura helped me when I was just starting out.
I'm no longer gonna ask you about your trident.
You know how my mom is single? He really supported her. He
That's
even
not
changed my
suspicious.
diaper when I was a little baby.
Because he's your secret father.
I got hired by Lemniscate all because of him.
Iris used to stream all her own content.
Why do you?
Singing and dancing and gaming and stuff. But before we knew it, she went viral.
Right, I heard about that. That's
yeah.
how she started getting offers, right? But because Iris's mom knows Renju, she decided to go with Lemniscate.
But there's more to it than that. There are other
What else
reasons.
is there?
Daddy was totally taken in by her talent.
That sounds shady as hell.
Dancing, really. Her dancing is what got her into Lemniscate. He knew ever since she was young that she would be talented. He didn't want any other
Good.
agencies to have
I
her.
mean, from what I've seen of her dancing, it's not that
I didn't
impressive,
know
but
that.
it's better than Fortnite dances, so I gotta give it
Daddy's
that much.
not the type to give compliments.
No, he's not.
This is kind of embarrassing. I didn't know he thought of me that way.
Now, the better question is, if Renju isn't the kind of person who gave out compliments, why did you fall for the text complimenting? About your visitor, damn it.
Iris, I still need to know. What were you doing Sunday at 2 a.m.?
You
Yeah,
haven't fulfilled your promise.
This is the date. I fulfilled my promise.
yeah, we're
I
added.
told told you.
A restaurant.
No info until the date is complete. Don't you get it?
Chibo.
This date isn't over yet.
No one reacts? No, neither of you react to this. Everyone else has. You two are fine with this? Hello?
More than
Why?
sleeping and eating?
See, that's just not healthy.
Well, maybe about the same as eating.
That's a little healthier.
Anyway, I've always loved moving my body, ever since I was a little girl.
Please don't put it that way.
And you're fast, too.
Yeah, I did a lot of track meets. Were you always
What?
the anchor? Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
I told
Okay,
you that
they've
Iris is
now
the
lost
goddess
me.
of rainbows in Greek mythology, right?
Iris is Greek. I wasn't confused. I was right and didn't even. I doubted myself. I should not have. Look
She
at
was
that.
the messenger of the gods. She had to be really fast.
Are you forgetting Mercury? Damn it.
Rainbows being so fast to
No, was
disappear the
Mercury
source of the
introduced by the Romans?
You're as
I'll have to
fast
do
as
some
your
research on
namesake
that. I'm not 100% sure.
You want to race?
then. Sure. Let me get the chance.
Dante will lose. You're fit and everything, Dante, but she's specialized. Could you show me your dance right here in this crowded restaurant? Semi-crowded restaurant?
Right here?
Oh, I want to see too.
Me too.
I would also like to see
Yeah,
that.
peer pressure. Awesome. Let's go.
I don't know.
Come
Free show for the
on,
people.
Just show
I'm not
us.
meaning that in a gross way. Although they all would take it that way.
All right, I'll go set up.
Oh, wait, there's a stage?
Wait!
Hold up. I wasn't prepared for this.
Jeez. Fine, if you insist. Yay!
The power of peer pressure.
We're ready.
Wait, where's she speaking from? Hold up. Excuse me?
All right, world, get ready.
What did she set
See
up?
my dance.
She didn't set up
Invincible
anything.
rainbow arrow.
Why is it called
Hit
that?
it.
They already have the music? Is that what they're setting up? It's a slightly more complex Fortnite dance. That guy is shady as hell.
Teacups that are flying.
Wait, this is a
on
whole
maps
ass music
flying.
video.
You'll think that I'm lying. This old tale of mine.
She's not moving. Oh no, they're playing it pre-recording. That's what. She's not. Okay, no, I get it.
A permanent fire, cold frost on the pyre, fruit never expires.
It's a song about the immortal
You've
fruit.
seen in your eyes, you've seen in your mind. While the old bow their heads, while the blind lead the blind, the marble
Wait a minute, hold on,
loses
you're
shine.
losing me
The eye
now.
clouds by
I'm trying to
design.
follow these
But we
lyrics,
know
but
in our
it's-
soul the one hope, the one truth, that if we believe we can make miracles.
She's an okay
Even
singer.
with the devils of time against you, never let the fire fade in you. See the golden goddess with wings of rainbows.
Now, is this the official
Sail through
version or is this the
night
studio
tide to
version?
embrace you.
Because that would make a
Reach the
difference.
spell of your heart to take you. Never let the sparks of this world erase you. Passing down the light of the torch to guide you, and you shall be bathed in light.
I still don't see her as a dancing talent. She's a glorified Fortnite dancer, basically, but I'll concede the point that does make one popular these days, so I'll concede that point. It's just not my thing. Well, that was weird.
That song.
The lyrics,
Mr. Okira wrote the music, and I wrote the lyrics.
that explains the insanity behind the
So it
lyrics.
holds a special place in my heart.
That's
You
right.
write all of your
I
own
forgot
lyrics.
He wrote music.
Yeah, the background music was fine.
Yeah, he's really talented.
He
I look up
is.
to him. He's done so much for me. I know I can rely on him more than anyone else.
Even your own mother? Wait a minute, this bears some scrutiny. That's great. No more information from you. Okay, let's Renju here.
I've heard that Renju was sighted here.
When do you mean?
When do you mean
I
what?
got the info a few minutes ago, but I don't know when he was seen.
Oh.
Ringing any bells?
Well, he hasn't come by today. But yesterday.
Yesterday?
Did I slap you?
Yesterday.
I asked you yesterday.
It was after that. After
Oh.
you and Ota left.
You didn't think to call?
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
You didn't ask. And I don't have any way to contact you.
Police station?
Damn it.
We just missed him.
Police station. Call the police. What was he doing here?
He was looking for Iris.
He was asking everyone where she was.
Interesting.
Looking for me?
Yeah.
Did he
Okay.
give a reason?
No, not in particular.
Iris, can you think of why he would be looking for you?
Did he know she was in danger?
No, not at all.
Did he think the
Mizuki?
whole secret AI project was in
I don't
danger?
know either.
You know, what if Iris is like this game's prototype version of what Hatsune Miku is? I think that's her name? I'm just x-raying her for fun.
Those are some nice hip bones.
Alright, that's actually fairly valid use. Let's ask what you like in men randomly.
Well, a triple ward sea devil or an anacanthus.
I was
for
kind of
babies.
expecting this response, to be honest. I'm not that surprised.
That's a mouthful.
It was a good dodge. I'm very impressed, but I kind of figured it was sea
Anything
related.
else? Well, he did seem really sick.
Oh, yeah,
he was
I mean,
pale and sweating a
that'd be him
lot.
bleeding out.
It must have been because of the accident.
Perhaps.
Mizuki comes here a lot.
I can tell by the trident.
She's really friendly with everyone.
That doesn't make it better.
I like it here. Everyone treats me nice.
Is it because you're the daughter of the owner?
No, it's not like that.
We're BFFs.
I'm
She wields
suspicious.
extraordinary power with that trident.
The Okiura family is really something else.
Yeah, can we talk about your trident? What are you doing here? The talk about... Yeah,
What are you
Pop,
gonna do? Scold me or something?
No, I'm just gonna complain about your
Why
trident.
do you care what I do?
Why are you so angry?
I'm not angry. In fact, I'm feeling good.
You're angry.
Excuse me.
No, you're not excused. What's happening? Is there something going on that I don't know about? Let me in. Fill me in.
Mizuki was crying earlier.
Thanks for the tip-off.
Yes, we were trying to cheer her up. What happened to her mom was, and we thought she was having a hard time. She must
Fair
have come
enough.
here looking for company. That's probably why she stayed with Iris last night. She didn't want to be alone.
Shoko's body is still under the jurisdiction of the police.
Alright, you know, that makes
There has
sense.
not been a ceremony, nor has the body been cremated. The culprit has not been caught, and we cannot locate Renju. And on top of that, her roommate has abandoned her.
I did not
Look
abandon her.
here, I'm doing what's called this funny little thing called fucking working. But get off my case.
In any case,
I'm
there are
also
many
trying to figure out
ways
who
you could
killed her
calm
mother.
Mizuki down.
And trying to kill her father if the parallel universe is correct.
Mizuki is just trying to act strong. Please, try to
So
understand.
she's gonna rage against the machine. Got it. Perfect. You'll love to see it. About Renju, let's talk about him because I'm sure that's not a sore subject
The
with you.
police asked me a bunch of questions,
Understandable.
but I don't
Have
know
a nice
where
day.
he is. Why are you asking me about it?
Just in case you had anything new to
Just
add.
curious.
That company was made by my grandpa, but
Mhm.
Daddy has nothing to do with it.
We've
I
established
don't
this
know
as well.
anything about the warehouse.
We have also established this. I just had no other options. And you're gonna sit there, you have nothing to say. Other mermaids are working hard and are useless. Okay. We're gonna ignore that. Come in by Date, thank you. Security camera we apparently don't care about. Customers. What? Hold on. We missed a whole ass conversation there, but okay. These must be the tiers of Trident, which we apparently can't look at hers for some reason. Also, I would like to point out that hers glows. Is there a light inside of that? That would make some sense if it was at a crystal and there was a light inside. Anyways, since we're almost at an hour here, I'm going to stop the episode here. Thank you all very much for watching. If you liked this, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, please ignore me and have a great 24 hours.